Hello and welcome to another Analysis Behind the News, where we provide the perspective that you can use to help save American liberty and independence. Last week, Politico sent a warning shot across the bow of the American Republic by publishing an article with the headline, "The Electoral College is a National Security Threat." And how is it a threat, you might ask? The authors write, in Alexander Hamilton's day, as he argued in Federalist number 68, it would have been nearly impossible for a hostile power to co-opt dozens of briefly chosen electors flung across 13 states with primitive roads. But in the social media age, the Electoral College system provides ripe micro-targeting grounds for foreign actors who intend to sabotage presidential elections via information and disinformation campaigns, as well as by hacking our voting infrastructure. One reason is that the citizens in certain states simply have more voting power than citizens in other states, such as Texas and California. This makes it easier for malign outside forces to direct their efforts. So, apparently, we are to believe that electors must not be able to think for themselves, are easily swayed by social media trolls, and will disregard or dismiss, at the drop of a hat, their loyalty oath to the political party that elected them as an elector. So, can you guess what their solution is? Next paragraph. They write, but what if the national popular vote determined the president instead of the Electoral College? No voter would be more electorally powerful than another. It would be more difficult for a foreign entity to sway many millions of voters scattered across the country than concentrated groups of tens of thousands of voters in just a few states. And it would be more difficult to tamper with voting systems on a nationwide basis than to hack into a handful of databases in crucial swing districts, which could alter an election's outcome. Yes, a foreign entity could disseminate messages to major cities across the entire country or try to carry out a broad-based cyber attack. But widespread actions of this sort would not be only more resource-intensive, but also more easily noticed, exposed, and addressed. Folks, replacing the Electoral College with the national popular vote would be the same as replacing freedom with the tyranny of the majority. Now, this is just one more ploy to undermine the constitutional republic foundation of our country. Remember what Benjamin Franklin was quoted as saying when he exited the Constitutional Convention in September 1787, and he was asked what type of government would be instituted? A republic, if you can keep it, is what he said. If you can keep it may have seemed like a strange phrase, but he and other founders knew that history had already demonstrated that human nature slips away from liberty to government dependence, from a republic to a democracy. For when you let a majority control the actions of the whole, then the scope of what our republic has been since 1776 will be flipped on its head. How so? The Declaration of Independence states that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. And if you are leaving decisions up to the majority, then how long will it be before we are voting on our laws, taking over the role of our legislators, perhaps even our courts, dismantling the checks and balances of our republic, and even deciding what rights we have by popular vote? The majority will do what is in its best interest, and not in the best interest of the individual. Without the proper constitutional limitations on government, your rights, as protected in our constitutional republic, are easily voted away. And that is something that no one in either of the two major political parties should want. Now, we've just come out with a new video and a booklet that explains the Electoral College process. In fact, we've just released a video today on YouTube. But it's not enough to just watch the video. We need you to take action. There is a movement to get rid of the Electoral College, and obviously they're ramping up their campaign. So we need you to contact your state reps and ask them to stick with the Electoral College. The National Popular Vote movement is trying to get legislation introduced in states to abolish the Electoral College. So your state reps need to know to not support such legislation. Now, we've made it easy with a link to a pre-written email. Some states have already fallen for this garbage, so you may have to ask your reps to rescind. Links are in the description of this video, so please watch our newest video on the Electoral College, contact your state reps, and then ask others to do so as well. Until next time, we'll see you then.